Just tell them it was fun. I don't know, is it really that fun? Let's find out. I am the two-time Nebocsid award-winning Nebocsid. And I am here at the Britannia Mine Museum. Now, you're probably asking, what are you doing all the way up there near Squamish? I got a connector, and I'm hoping to do a few videos in the area. And, well, let's just take a look at the trip that I took to get up here. So, here we go. Okay folks, just wanted to give you an idea on the view that we have here at the Britannia Mine Museum. Man car. How did the miners get to work? A man car like this could carry up to 12 men. They would travel up to 45 minutes underground in these cramped conditions to get to work. If the work location was very wet, the men would also eat lunch in the man car. You won't get me alive, copper! I'm sorry, I just had to throw the bad joke. I step outside and see this huge monstrosity. Please do not enter. Museum staff only. You do not have to tell me that twice. Haul truck driver. Haul truck drivers perform the essential job of moving rock and ore from the mine to where it needs to go. In open pit operations, this involves operating some of the largest trucks ever made for long hours. The job presents its own unique set of challenges, including being able to stay focused and alert. Wages, around $30 an hour plus bonuses. Haul truck drivers are diligent in their work, enjoy working in all weather conditions, and enjoy operating heavy machinery. Education needed, minimum grade 12 or equivalent. Apparently here you can try to mine for gold. Well, pan for gold, I mean to say. Oh look, we can pretend I found some gold. Mountain Woman. So, like a small little diner here, so I've decided to come here and have some food. Looking outside of the Mountain Woman, this is the sort of setup that they have here. Like no, they don't even have space inside of it. You just have the takeout area, and this is where you dine. Deluxe Burger, large fries. Yeah, so I've eaten my burger, my fries. Actually, pretty good burger, better than I was expecting it to be. You know, because like you go to a Dairy Queen and their burgers are actually a bit more expensive, but you get at least on par, if not better, here for the burger. The fries are salty. I love salty, but I would understand if other people wouldn't like the saltiness of their fries. But yeah, I feel like it was worth the money I paid for it here. Back to the museum. Trading in my toque for a hard hat.
Okay, see if the train's going to begin moving. It does give a bit of a jerk. Improving right there. Now this is great. This only takes one person to operate. But you also may have noticed we have this single leg here, and that does have a couple of jobs. First is that it helps to push or drill into the rock as the miner is operating it. And now we can also go different directions. So not only are we going side to side, we can go up and even take it off the leg and go down like a jackhammer. So it is very versatile. Now, these are both air-powered drills, so because of that, there's a lot of rock dust going in here, which inhaled into your lungs, that is very damaging and can lead to a disease called silicosis. So to improve on this, there's also a hose attached here that brings water. And that water comes out of the drill into that hole and flushes that rock dust on the ground. So we're not breathing in that dangerous rock dust anymore. And yeah, it's a lot safer, and they do still use it in small operations to this day because of all these improvements. They were coming in on something a little bit different. Did you happen to notice when he came to meet me a very large, rusty yellow metal box called a man card?
Yep, I saw that.
You said that?
I saw it.
Was it very comfortable?
No.
Not really, right? Okay, so that is where our men were turned into. Coming into these tunnels, it would have been about 12 of them making their way underground for up to 45 minutes. Now, they would have gotten out of bed dark metal box who would have entered into a very dark tunnel to start their next shift. Now, what they would have been doing is they would have been removing all of that rock that they just blasted apart. Can you guys see that rock pile down there at the end? Okay, so that's what it would look like, right? After all that rock blown apart is on the ground, it needs to be moved out of the way because our core sample told us that chalcopyrite is still another 100 meters back there. So if we're going to get to it, we need to blast our next chunk of rock out. Before I talk about what is in front of us here, I just want you to take a look at the core sheds behind you. You all remember the core sample I showed you? Yeah. The tunnel? Okay, good. So that's where they were all stored. So you see 2 sheds there. At one point we had 16 of those sheds. So if I had taken every single one of those samples and lined them up in a row, that would have been over 1,000 kilometers easily in core samples and length. So that's a lot of information about our mountain that was sitting in those sheds. Now, it is also one of the ways we know there's still copper in that mountain today, too. And also environmental laws were being introduced in the 70s, making it very expensive to update to meet those standards. So when they closed down, another company bought this property, but they didn't know how to maintain these launders, which meant that in the 80s, these all failed, and all of that copper water entered back out into the ocean. How do you guys think that went for the marine life? Not good at all, right? It was an environmental disaster. We saw about a 1 kilometer zone out there where water was entering. That became an entire dead zone, which is very bad. And it took about 20 years for Britannia and the government to solve this problem, which meant that for those 20 years, that water was still entering out there. But finally, they decided that the best thing was to seal off the 240 kilometers of tunnels that we have, build a water treatment plant up at the top of the mountain, and send all of that tunnel water to be cleaned up there, where it is now cleaned every single day before being released out into the sound, according to proper guidance. Now, between that and a lot of site cleanup that's happened here, excuse me, we have, seen a rebound in our marine life returning. A lot of signs of ecosystem health coming back. From time to time, we get orca whales coming in there now to feed. So this is a very big lesson that was learned for Britannia and the mining industry in North America too. But it does leave me with the final thought that I want you all to hopefully take away too. That is the fact that we all use copper every single day of our lives, right? Does anyone remember what I mentioned the biggest thing we use copper for was?
Electricity?
Yeah, electricity, right? Does anyone plan on giving up their electricity?
No.
Want to give up our cars, our cell phones, our kitchen appliances, all of that stuff? Yeah, we all rely on that, right? And our demand for those things, it's only going to keep getting bigger. So if we are going to demand copper, where are we getting it from? How do we want these mines to look? And at the end of the day, based on lessons like the one we just talked about, what is the true cost of this copper that we're mining? And is it always worth it? And that is a very big question to ask, and it's something I want you all to answer for yourselves. But it is also quite a big topic to end on, so I'm going to end on a lighter note here of thank you guys all so much for coming on this copper quest.
Okay, folks, I feel like that's about it for me here. Nothing else really interesting that I can get on film because, well, some of the more interesting things just you're not allowed to film, or there's no good opportunity to film it. So, was it worth my time? Yeah. Did I have fun? Up to interpretation. I still recommend the Burnaby Village Museum better. Not only because it's free, but because, well, I just feel like that's more interesting. It's like I'm having 100 different, it's like you can have like one really good thing, or you can have, it's like if you're a hockey team, you can have like one 40 or 50 goal scorer, but you can have like 3 20 goal scorers. Well, the 3 20 goal scorers are going to give you 60, whereas the 1 50 goal scorer is going to give you 50. So you want more, so you take the 60, the 3 20s. So yeah, I would say the Burnaby Village Museum would be my choice over this. But yeah, it was still worth at least making one trip to come down and see this place. Going to be doing a few more things around here at various points, so stay tuned, folks. I've got more projects down the pike. So until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.